Okay, I'm going to try something. This is by another really wonderful writer that I really enjoy his work. A big full moon hung over Sarasota Bay. Moonbeams glimmered brightly under the green water, and Lucky Jim could almost see tiny mermaids riding seahorses in the foamy waves. Tra-la. Alexei Hostetler, his sister Anastasia Hostetler, and Lucky Jim leaned on a wooden railing along the water and looked out toward the big moon over the ocean. Then Alexei spoke aloud in a formal, almost liturgical voice. This is the new moon that marks the beginning of the Passover week. The old order Anabaptists observe Good Friday as a day of prayer and fasting, and Easter Sunday as the resurrection. But the other days of the Passover week, including the Passover Sabbath, Saturday, are working days. This is wrong. Easter is a Roman Christian attempt to assimilate another pagan holiday. There is no Christian Easter, a pagan futility festival of edgeless. There is only the Passover. Anybody recognize that work?
Yeah. Of course we do.
Yeah, we're doing.
Everything's the guy in the corner.
He's
Pirate Jim.
Kind of give it away.
I found this book that it's one of the Broadway bards, and I found it, and I found some, because I've been asking Jim to read some of his older stories for a long time.
And if he won't do it,
he won't do it, so I figured that I would do it. Okay. No, I do have a new piece that I'm going to read. I be advised that I hate the piece already, and that's unusual. Because I don't usually hate them until after.
Does it rhyme?
Yeah, I was going to do the rhyme. But I usually don't hate them until after I've read them. Okay. So, but I'm going to do the rhyme.
Hater.
Because I promised it. I'm going to do the rhyme piece. This is called Non-Compliance and Predictability. The wrong flip side of reality. Think Gulliver. I lie in splendid repose like a contemporary Gulliver. And spread eagle in this fashion, I'm no longer a threat to all the skeptics that have written my very impressive resume, my rap sheet. When I believe in myself, accepting my personhood, my everydayness, my ethnicity, and my strangeness, then I know my own language, and I become real beyond all imaginings, but no, and not this, and none of these. They said I was a maniac, a high school brainiac, and that my life was like a nightclub act. They said that I was useless, truthless, and ruthless. They said that I was fiending, dreaming, scheming, and that I had lost my self-esteeming. Mirrored in the twilight zone, slow deafening like Al Capone, and I cried and picked up the phone, but I couldn't get no dial tone. Now, I'm not much for compliance, but predictability sits on me like a paralysis. And though I no longer contemplate suicide, I would cop to it if it were offered. That's my attempt at rhyme. Okay, so this is a poem dedicated.
Is that like a rap?
To it's kind of like a rap. It was one of those things. Anyway, this is for Steve North and Ken Leslie. And it's called, I was found out that we had to do some opening remarks, so I thought I'd script it so that I would be on firm footing. So this is called Welcome to Tent City.
That's a little ominous here.
Yeah. I am sitting on top of the world. I am just a few clicks east of you, but much further north, for Christ's sakes. And for posterity. First off, if you're looking for an amusing anecdote about how Tent City saved my life, I don't have one. If you're looking for a punchline, there isn't one. Last time I was at Tent City, I slept in a small two-man tent by myself. The weather was mild for November, so it wasn't too bad, especially once I got into the sleeping bag and zipped myself up. I was homeless then and masquerading as a client of the Cherry Street Mission's Life Renewal Program. But I was nothing like these other homeless folks. Welcome to Tent City. I say nothing like other homeless people because it was my choice to be homeless. My choice to drink and drug and do my own thing. Some of you know what I mean. And because this is life and not heaven, we don't have to be perfect yet. Did I say welcome to Tent City? If you're like me, then you've taken homelessness to a whole new level. I mean, it's not enough to just simply be unhoused. I had to be penniless, devoid of any spirituality, dishonest. I didn't know God. I stole. I had no friends, no family, and truth to tell, no fun. If that's you, then you're in the right place, and welcome to Tent City. If you're a part of a service provider or a missionary, I am happy that you could be here. I mean, what is this really? A celebration of 20 years of homelessness? No, we don't celebrate homelessness. It's a challenge to get better, to do better. 20 times Ken has come here with a blueprint, directions on how to get out of here. 20 times every relevant agency in the city has come to you. 20 times we have come here, our numbers greater than before. If you're like me, everybody cared about me more than me. Welcome to Tent City. This could be the start of something big. This is right now breaking news from the Bureau of Vital Statistics. 3, 2, 1 matters. One matters. One matters. Welcome to Tent City.
Yeah.
Barry Bond, ladies and gentlemen, Barry Bond. Alfred Frank, would you like to sign up on the list?
Yes, please, Miles.
Yeah, he's full of crap. He don't need
Poem really sucks.
He's just looking for attention.
George, would you like to sign up?
All right.
I hated it.
Yeah, it did suck.
It sucks so good, it's full of semen.
Can I read something?
What's your
My
name?
name, Rena.
Raina? Yeah. Oh, Raina's getting up now. All right, and the next person on the list we haven't seen for a while. I think she's been here and she hasn't read. Madge Weaver.
You ain't right. Too much coffee.
I know.
It's called Split. I was that far out. I could see the wanted and the unwanted. The indifference toward the one's clouded eyes and sad demeanor. And the other, a shining sun of benevolence, a receptor of good wishes, smiles, and outstretched arms. Was I either of these or both? In the living room of a gullible family, bargaining with my teeth and my jaw split open and silent, I dive into the earth and I am free, seeing that they were not meant to be the focus for anything. Time well spent underwater or underground. Afternoon. Transiting through the golden leaves, sun losing focus on the earth, on the north. The crow says, don't enter till you are well. Your heart could be left unread, and all life is in the balance.